Hello and welcome. I'm Vijay Srinivas. We are joined by a very special guest, Mr. Kumar Vembu, who is an investor and is also the Chief Executive Officer of Mudhal Partners and who is also the co-founder of Indian SaaS heavyweight, Zoho Corp. Thank you very much indeed for your time, sir. I did read your blog on the H-1B on Medium last evening, where you call H-1B visas as some kind of a golden cage that sort of limited you from pursuing your opportunities when you were there in the United States. You chose to return to India, collaborate with your family to sort of, together where you started this firm called Zoho Corp, and the rest is history, right? So, but many techies in India today still see United States as the ultimate destination for all things opportunities. So, from your vantage point, from your perspective, how do you see the tech landscape in the United States, and how do you see the tech landscape in India evolving?
First of all, I think US is a land of opportunities is probably still correct, because if you look at the ecosystem, right? So there is a very mature ecosystem. So somebody who has a very good idea, there is an enabling environment for that idea to be nurtured and grown into a prosperous business, right? So the thing is, when you take that in India today, for example, 1995 was different, but if you look at it today, we have also enriched a lot in the environment. So there are many people who have been there, seen all the growth, and with internet, the speed at which information is available, knowledge is available, lessons are available to Indian entrepreneurs has improved. And definitely, the ecosystem benefit, or sort of, I would say, the ecosystem edge is reducing, because, with internet and with all the media that is available, the lessons are available here as much as they are available elsewhere in the world. So today, especially with tools like ChatGPT and Claude and Gemini and other things, I think where you are is not a barrier, because you always have the best of advisors wherever you are. The world's best environment is available everywhere, and India offers a lot of competitive advantages. Right? You have easier availability of skilled manpower. You have more sort of ambition and aspiration in the ecosystem. There are more people who want to grow and achieve things. So I think we have a very positive mindset, very positive attitude among the people, and that's what separates today. So I think more than the idea, right? What is my attitude? What is my aspiration? What is my sense of purpose in what I am doing? And what is my commitment? So I think if those things are there, the environment benefits are not that important today.
No, I think, so I know you're an investor, but I still want to ask you this question. Donald Trump has proposed $100,000 hike on the H-1B visas in the United States, which has jolted the Indian American communities. Do you see this as a political move, or do you think it reflects a deeper shift in how America is sort of wanting to deal with immigrant talent? Because if you look at the American economy, you see from Indra Nooyi to Sundar Pichai today, a lot of them have played a pivotal role to the American economy, be it in terms of corporate America. So why there is a clampdown on these kind of talent right now?
So I think this whether it is 100,000 or the number of H-1B, while it will have impact on individuals' plans and somebody whose dream or whose life mission is to go and settle in US, those kind of people it may affect a little bit. But if you look at the overall scheme of things, right, it's a very, very small, insignificant thing. The psychological effect of what he has done is much more than the actual financial or industry or economic impact, in my opinion.
You mean through the tariffs, you mean to say?
Yeah. Okay. Even the $100,000 H-1B, right. Because it's a one-time fee per H-1B. So if somebody, let's say the tenure of a H-1B is 6 years, and within 6 years, if somebody's green card is applied, then they can work on that same H-1B for a much longer period of time. Right, yeah. So even if you assume an average professional who goes on H-1B works for only 6 years, you are only paying something like $16,000-$17,000 per year more because of this visa reason, which is negligible. in the overall cost of having an employee in the US. And the second thing is, if you look at the overall American workforce, even within the high tech, right, the total H-1B in the high tech industry is about 4 to 5%. So if you take the overall employee pool of all the people that are employed in America in high tech companies, probably about 5% of the employees are in H-1B, right? So let's say it becomes zero. Right? So in terms of the number of people available to work, right? In fact, today, many companies are laying off 5%, 10% of the workforce.
Right, yeah.
They have laid off in the last 1 year.
Yeah, correct.
So that just means the 1 year, people who would have gotten additional jobs that would have been created, or people who were employed for 1 year, is not there, right? So, so while there will be personal, loss of opportunity, personal loss of income, and things like that for some people, right? In the overall context, I think this is a small thing, and I'm, so from an America point of view, when AI can replace human jobs, probably this is a much needed protectionist thing for them. So we can't comment on that.
Okay.
But if I look at what is in India's interest because of that decision, right? That's what I would be interested in looking at, because I am always energized by that. What is the opportunity for us in that?
No, I'm
So
equally...
if I look at what is the opportunity for us, right? You see, we started in 1995. And let us look at, what is the kind of talent that is available to us. So the 1995 environment is the cream of India's talent went to US for masters when they had the, the economic background to afford that or get the scholarship and things like that. And the next set of creamy talent, right, in those years, some of them went to work for our, DRDO, ISRO kind of research organizations in India, and some of them joined the, multinational companies that were setting shops in India. And I would say the last priority, meaning I can say that in 1995 to 2000, almost everybody who joined our company joined us or looked at us because they didn't get employment in any other place. So it is the force of the circumstances.
Okay.
They are not getting employment in a big marquee name, and they come to work for us. And so we were not a preferred employer. Whereas today, if you see, a startup is a preferred employment for smart engineering graduates today. Or starting up is a preferred career option for smart engineers today. Okay. So that is how much the environment has changed, right? And then, so for that reason, you can say, that's the, that's the people who joined us. But I'm very happy with that, because all these people had the hunger.
Okay.
See, I could relate to that because I was like them, right? I did not get placed in the college because in 1990, probably not many companies came to our campus. Getting a job was difficult. So I had spent 6 months at home. And any opportunity I got, I know is the opportunity I have to exploit to the maximum and do very well. So every day I spent without a job, my resolve to do whatever job I get very well increased. So I think the people we hired in the beginning were people with, with basically certain commitment to prove that they are as good as anybody. And that is why, with them we were able to build what we were able to build.
Okay.
Right? So whereas you look at 2010-15 kind of a time frame, where, the number one employees became the large corporations of US who were paying a very high salary. People were getting recruited by multinationals right out of college.
That's right.
Right? So again, the Indian companies, people who were solving for India, were not getting the best of talent. And if you look at our attrition all the time, our attrition is not, people are not leaving because they don't like the work. People were leaving because somebody will pay twice or thrice the salary we were paying.
That's right.
Right? Or somebody will offer them on-site opportunity. So what happens because of this, right? When you work for company that is solving India's problem, or when you work for a product company in India, your progress is slower because you have to retain people against a lot of competition.
Okay.
So, because there is a lot of distraction in the environment. Whereas, if such distractions are not there over the long term, I believe it is good for the people because they will get to build something really good and solve problems and get significant skill and be respected and feel very good about themselves and do very well in their career. It is also good for building many more companies, and it is good for our overall economy also. So I see it as a huge win for us because a lot more Indian talent will start working on solving our problems in various areas.
Okay, so you often speak about brain drain and the need to reverse it, right? So, but isn't it equally true that many Indian startups succeed because a lot of its founders spend their initial years in the United States, exposed to the Silicon Valley culture, networks and capital. In a way, don't you feel that the brain drain sort of, help seed India's startup ecosystem?
See, actually, definitely. For example, for me, going to America and working for a year,
that's right, yeah,
was a big learning and an inflection point, right? Because you are not a frog in the well, right? You saw different cultures, different people, that helps you know, what you like, who you are, and many things. What you take for granted here, you know what you miss and why you want to be back. So a lot of those things become very clear. So having that exposure is very important. But today, see, there is a context, right? That was true in 1995.
That's right.
But if you take 2025,
it's different,
right? It's very different.
It's a new India.
Because if you look at, for example, most companies in terms of the work practices, right? For example, if we had our large companies had a more command and control,
that's right, yeah,
kind of a model where the subordinates,
the top to bottom,
the subordinates don't talk back or argue with their managers and things like that. If you take many of the young companies in India, they value individual effort.
Okay.
They value individual brilliance. They value individual skill.
Interesting.
They value, the opinion. Right?
In a startup ecosystem.
Sense, many companies.
Established organizations.
Yeah, okay. Because if let's say 1,500 or 2,000 American companies have already set up shop in India, and then you have maybe tens of thousands of startups where many founders have had direct work experience in the US, or they are founded by people who have direct experience in the US, so they had that culture in their company.
Okay.
So that means in our work culture, right, these kind of respecting the individual creativity, respecting the individual initiative, and not saying do what I say, I am your boss, that has gone out of the work dictionary. Right? The people also want to be respected, and the work environments also respect people. So I think, so in that sense, right, there are many, angel investment and venture platforms. There are many startup incubation centers, and so there is a good ecosystem now. There is a good momentum now. So I think, from here, people, and many of the American VCs and all also, because
that's right.
India is a land of opportunities today. They have set shop here. So you can sit in Chennai or Bangalore, and you can still do deals with the world's best VC if you are working on the right idea and making progress and have a right business model and things like that. So I don't see today, in 2025, there is a need for anybody to go to US to get the exposure. Mostly you can get that exposure. There are many right places in India also.
Let me ask you here. So you've said Indian engineers are hungrier and that India's SaaS ecosystem is thriving in your blog, right? So, but critics argue that most innovations here are still pretty much, reverse engineering, while truly original innovation continues to happen in the United States. But is this one reason why many Indians still want to aspire to be there? You think so?
See, actually, it's like this, right? When we enroll our child in a school, right? We still teach them in Tamil, E, we still teach them ABCD, right? So you have to take those baby steps. We still teach 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Just because I have learnt 1 plus 1 equal to 2 when I was a child, my child doesn't start with advanced mathematics.
Okay. But who's going to do that?
So it is everybody's journey.
Okay.
So what happens is every 3 years, every 5 years, the ecosystem sees a step improvement.
Okay.
So you can say, let us say, you can say that the first wave of products, where what was solved in US, same problem people are solving here, but at a lower price, at a lower total cost of ownership, and something that is tailored for India, right? But from there, let's take Zomato, because like when Zomato was founded and they were growing, my thinking about Zomato is a food delivery company. But today, when I look at the kind of investments they are making, and the kind of new product they have launched, they were using their own in-house help desk product.
Okay.
Right? A support desk product.
That's right.
And they have launched it for public, other customers now.
That's right.
I can't sign up and evaluate that, but when I look at the product, what they have written in their website and what volume of support tickets the product is handling, what it can do, it's very inspiring. That means like how Amazon has done from being an e-commerce vendor to launching AWS and a lot of other technology product. You can see Amazon going through a similar journey. Now you can argue that, it's copying Amazon. But they have launched a help desk product. It's a technology product. They will probably launch many more. Right? So that's how the evolution is. See, a lot of time, innovation is a abused word.
Okay.
So, right, we should, to me, innovation is if I am doing something first time, I am doing it well. For me, that is innovation. Why do we care whether somebody else has already done it or not? I am able to do it. I am able to find the customers. I am able to sell it at a certain value. I am able to run it profitably. So I am innovating. So tomorrow my customer is having a problem, right? I am able to solve it within the budget of my customer, and I am happy, he is happy. I am innovating.
Okay.
So let us get that mindset so that we don't, think that innovation is some very big word. Because if we keep doing this every day, where we keep solving every one of our customer problem, within the budget of our customer, profitably, if you look back after 10 years, you would have innovated a lot.
Okay.
So that's how we have to look at innovation rather than saying, I want to do something new, so I will do something new for the sake of doing something new, which nobody has done before. That will happen. But let us all, do the ABCD properly. Let us all start reading the words properly. Let us read sentences properly.
Okay.
Slowly we will get there.
Okay, so India is also celebrated as the world's third largest startup ecosystem. But we've also seen many high-profile shutdowns like Byju's and layoffs and governance scandals as well. Do you think we confuse scale with suitability? And I ask you this because if you also see the startup ecosystem, you have a very optimistic view over the India startup ecosystem. But if you really look at India's R&D spending, it's 0.23%. But China is about 2.6%. United States about 2.5%. And these are larger economies, the world's number one, number two economies, right? In India, government does a significant R&D spending and not the private companies. So, you think you need to be sort of addressing these concerns, isn't it?
See, I think you have asked two questions.
That's right, yeah.
In this, right? So the first one is about the startups and the startup mortality.
Yeah.
Right? See, worldwide also, it is well known that most startups don't succeed. And startups actually have to be shut down at different times in their life. Right? Because to create a success story, many things have to go well. And each stage what has to go well differs, but many things have to go well. Right? So I think we have to celebrate that so many people are trying.
Okay.
Right? Because we cannot prejudge the outcome. So let us get into, let us celebrate people are trying. And when people fail, why America is America. People can fail. And there is
That's
no
right.
stigma associated with failure. Our society have to get rid of that. That's
Okay.
what I'm saying.
Okay.
So the more stigma we associate with failure, the less we are going to try.
That's right.
See, in management, they call it psychological safety. So whenever you offer people the psychological safety, so if you fail, people are going to say it's okay. There is tomorrow. You get up and run. Right? When we start respecting failure, valuing failure, and appreciating people for the lessons learned rather than the outcome achieved, right? What happens? People are motivated to try. Because anybody who fails should have the energy to use all the lesson and try again.
Okay.
Right? So we should actually encourage people who failed to speak up openly and share their lessons.
Okay.
Right? America is a very innovative economy because failure is not stigmatized. Failure is not something people brand the person on. Right? So I think that is very important if we want to become an innovative country.
Okay.
Right? So and there we should actually look at, in my opinion, probably our startup mortality is much lower than what is the startup mortality in America. Right? So we will have a higher success rate. That is because people are still worried about the stigma associated with failure, and not enough people are trying. So we should encourage more people to try.
Okay.
Okay. And your second question, even in private, for example, there is Agnicool.
That's right. Yeah.
There is E-Plane company. There is Backyard Creators I spoke about, which is doing the bionic ears. Then I spoke about the bionic arm, Symbionic.
Yeah.
Right? So those are all R&D.
Gen robotics. We did speak. Yeah. True.
Right? So we are sitting right in front of the Immersive Technology Entrepreneurship Labs. Right? Which is funded by a lot of the big high achievers in the Indian ecosystem. Right? Professor Junjunwala runs it, where they want to basically incubate a lot of the deep tech startups. So so there are so many initiatives. Right? There are government. One thing I am surprised is, or very pleasantly surprised is, when I meet some of these startups which are working on this bionic ear or other things, how much central government grant they have got. So even before they come for private investment, somehow, MeitY or other central government agencies were able to identify them and give them grant to do the research.
That's right.
So I think I won't look at the size of the budget. Because maybe
But you don't think it
in
should
India we are known for frugal innovations.
Okay.
Right? Even
In space technology.
yeah, not only in space, everywhere.
Okay.
See, that frugal innovation is in our genes. So we have to look at what have we done. Like what all did we do, let's say in year 2000, that we can say are India's innovation. Between 2000 to 2010, what did we do? 2010 to 20, what did we do? We have to look at it.
Okay.
For example, in fintech, UPI is such a major innovation.
Okay.
How much did it cost?
Okay.
Right? It costs me nothing to use UPI every day. I use it 10 times a day.
Yeah.
Right? ONDC is such a breakthrough innovation. Right? So, for public good, India has been innovating so much for the low budget.
That's right.
For R&D Indian government spends. So we have to celebrate that. See, I think again and again I will basically say, let's not talk about what we don't have, what we don't do.
Okay.
Okay. Let us celebrate what we do and what we have.
Okay.
And let us set ourselves, let us dream, let us have a vision.
Okay.
And work towards it.
Okay.
Many times money doesn't solve problems. Money itself could be a distraction.
Okay. Okay.
Right? What solves problem is the commitment,
Okay.
and sustained work to solve the problem.
Okay.
Right? And I think there are, in fact, my day job now is to meet entrepreneurs every day and listen to what they do and things like that. And in the last 10 days in Startup Singam also, I get to meet many of the entrepreneurs. So every day when I meet somebody and go home, I have so much respect for the people I met.
Okay.
Because the kind of things they are doing, the kind of ideas they are pursuing, I can probably talk about each one for 10-15 minutes.
Okay.
So much is happening, and the momentum is in our favor.
That's right. Okay. The
So in
momentum.
my opinion, it doesn't matter where you are. What matters is how fast are we moving forward, and I think the momentum is in our favor and we will do great things.
That's right. Thank you very much. That's a nice way to end the interview. The momentum is in our favor. Thank you very much, sir. Such a pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you, and all the best.